Okay, this video is, did everyone used to be vegan according to the Bible? So where this all came about was, I had put this in one of my books before, this drawing of, the tree of life and the tree of death, with the tree of life being, these healthy plant foods, and the tree of death being these processed foods and meat and whatnot. And then I just looked up some stuff in the Bible, and I basically said, choose foods from the tree of life, the good side, not from the bad side. Okay, well anyways, then I looked at Genesis a little bit. There's some interesting quotes. So, the common stuff everybody knows, in the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. Genesis 1:1. Okay. And then God said, let there be light, and there was light. And God saw the light, and that it was good. So God divided the light from the darkness. And the Lord God planted a garden east in Eden, and there he put man whom he had formed. Okay, then, so God created man in his own image. In the image of God, he created him, male and female, created he them. Okay, that's Genesis 1:27. And that's a big deal. We talked about that before, that man is created in God's image and therefore is part divine as well as part beast, but therefore entitled to natural rights, property, freedom, and whatnot. Okay, so that's really important. It's like one of the most important lines in the whole Bible. All right, now about the flood. Actually, mankind did not eat meat or any processed food. No meat before the flood. And that is described in Genesis chapter 9, verse 3. So here is the famous Genesis diet right here. This is Genesis chapter 1, verse 29. Then God said, behold, I have given you every plant yielding seed, which is upon the face of all the earth, and every tree which has fruit, it shall be food for you. And to every beast of the earth, and every bird of the air, and every creature that crawls upon the earth, I have given every green plant for food. That's an important line. I have given every green plant for food. So all the animals were vegetarians, vegans, at the beginning of the formation of the world. By the way, this isn't just my opinion. This is pretty well known if you read biblical commentary. Okay. By the way, if you want to see a good website, it's my favorite one for looking up Bible quotations. It's BibleHub.org. You go to BibleHub.org. You can look stuff up, and it gives it to you in multiple different, versions of the Bible, and it gives you the context, and you can read the adjacent before and after lines. It's a great Bible site. Okay. Okay. Now here's something from Exodus. Exodus chapter 15, verse 26. And God said, if thou wilt hearken to the voice of the Lord thy God, and will give ear to his commandments, I will put none of these diseases upon thee, which I have brought upon the Egyptians, which I would include the phrase low carb paleos. For I am the Lord God who heals you. So, what am I talking about here? This has been referred to as God's way of healing. If you just do what you're supposed to do, everything will go better for you. So basically, we're supposed to eat plant foods. It says right there in the whole beginning of the Bible, Genesis 1:29. And then God also says, if you do what I say, I won't give you these diseases. And there's truth in that too. If you eat this low-fat plant diet without adding a lot of salt and other stuff to it, you don't get obesity, atherosclerosis, coronary artery disease, impotence, abdominal pressure syndrome. You'll dramatically lower your risk of cancer, of a whole bunch of other things that go with that. So anyways, I could have called this video God's way of healing, but I thought that was interesting, this idea that according to the Bible, all animals, and humans in particular, were vegans at the beginning of creation.